Good day and welcome. Playing Starfield, level 94. Finished the mission, so we gotta go in here and see what's going on.
Exploration still. Can you get a moment? Can we talk?
What do you want, Sam?
About. Lives get stuffy sometimes. So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant of the great Solomon Coe? Is it everything you imagined? I don't know whether to be flattered or concerned. I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Coe and they expect me to pull some miracle out of a hat. Time has a way of just building on itself. Solomon was a good man. Great one, even. But
Great one, like Gretzky.
Talked about him these days. He'd flat out deck him. I am. And I'm not. Yeah, there was a time, well before Cora, where it really weighed on me. Felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection on our great legacy.
Drives me crazy.
Now I just hope I can help Cora to...
like no one else.
I don't know.
You are our guest.
Bustine, thank you for liking.
Well then, Cora's gonna get a 5-star university education from me. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Coe. He looked out at the stars and he dreamed a way to get there. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system, set foot on a new world. Well, I get it. That's
you are our
Stephanie,
guest.
thank you for liking.
I'm just getting sappy. You're a bad influence, you know that? That's what I like about you. Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than that rag on Solomon. The stuff they publish is just downright embarrassing.
There, now we can go see what's going on over here.
How is Neon?
Phew!
Are you okay?
Phew, how am I? I'm cold.
Okay.
Oh, it's easy too, apparently.
Let me just bring it up on here at the table. Is that a prototype? No, that material isn't anything we... What the... Everyone, come take a look at this.
I'm flying a ship, you know, you could have inspected my ship. Now every time you sneeze doesn't mean I'm getting sick again. I'm not even done being sick from before.
Secret military tech, maybe?
No way you keep hoping I'm sick.
Approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Starborn, demanded we hand over the artifact, like we were children playing with their parents' things.
What do people know? Any offshoot groups go by that name?
None in any corner of the settled systems I've seen.
Have you ever sneezed in your life without being sick, Stephanie?
Another house for room.
I very much doubt that.
I'm cold because it's like minus 40 here.
Unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life or extra-dimensional beings. The original creators.
There's like a super cold front in the west right now.
Or beyond even that. Is the metaphor of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt here?
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete.
Like some sort of Arctic front. Fortunately, it's moving your direction, so In a few days, you're going to be cold.
Just because we can't ID it doesn't mean it's not one of ours. It's got shields, engines, all the usual settled systems tech.
I don't mean to judge your grasp of material,
And we like that.
but I've never
Except for
seen a
Sam.
starship built out of whatever that is. Although I bet if you put that ship hull and an artifact under the same lens, you'd get a match.
Some glints of shine in the dark. Ready to hand them out as soon as you please.
Add the artifact to the collection.
I may regret this, but there's something I'd like to ask you about.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Now we gotta talk to Vladimir.
You had a hell of a shake, getting bullied in the void. Starborn sure know how to make an entrance. Ready to head back out there? The Eye can help you find the artifacts, but I'm afraid she's blind to our new competitor. Double check the safety and locks wherever you go, okay? Exploration's dangerous, even without some nefarious group trying to kill you.
There, we gotta go to Sirius.
Oh, pardon me. Is that your stomach or mine?
A bunch of stuff. Kinda do. Is it cold where you are too? Like super cold over here. They're saying the West is got really hit by a cold front right now. But like I said, it's coming your way. You might get that really cold weather in a few days. Supposed to be really cold tomorrow too.
Oh, please, take a look.
I don't know what she's looking at there. Did you see that? What's this one? There, she's out of money.
Appreciate the business.
I'm changing my outfit. That suit. You think it's supposed to be colder next week? Well, according to the news that I saw, they said that the West, what the West is getting hit with now, is going to move towards Ontario. So maybe that's when you'll get it. There was like even a girl on the bus that was kind of crying. Her hands hurt so much because it's freaking cold. Like it was nasty. Hopefully her hands warmed up after a while. Apparently nobody wants to answer this poll today. Just one person so far. Answering the poll helps, you guys. It's just like giving me a like. You answered the poll, well, whoever else is watching didn't.
Beginning landing cycle. Something bothering you, Patricia? Yes, actually. I am surprised you.
Celestine was here earlier. Do you remember her? She used to talk quite a bit, but she doesn't really talk too much anymore. What did I have for dinner? I had split pea soup.
Today's not gonna be your day, pal.
Have you ever had split pea soup?
That there is cold. This ain't over. Not by a long shot. Nobody's here now.
It isn't creamy, no. Like kind of like a green mush with ham chunks in it. Quite tasty, actually. Green mush doesn't sound nice, but it is quite good. Where that other person is. They're gone, I guess. Go inside there, I guess. Yeah, you know, like peas, like little green peas. I think what they do is they dry them out. And then when you boil it in a soup, it kind of makes them into like a, I don't know, like a thick, not like peas anymore, but kind of like a sauce. So it's kind of a thick soup. Get a burrito with burger meat. Rice.
You are our guest.
Angel, thank you for liking. Hope you had a good Christmas.
I'm not an expert, but I don't think dead bodies go in the trash like that. At least put it in recycling.
Fatty's out and about, eh?
You are our guest.
Here, thank you for liking. Don't go in the way of my sight here, buddy.
I'm making this look easy.
Really? I move a little bit, so you gotta move more in the way? Tap him.
My friend here gonna teach you manners.
Hit him. Got him, I think. There's a dead scientist. Look at his face. You're supposed to have burritos and tacos on Tuesday, you know. Not Thursday. Take their money.
You got time for a quick chat? I appreciate it when you're able.
Again, we just had a chat, dude.
Late at night in dive bars. Sometimes the old timers share stories about things they've seen that they just couldn't explain. Ghost stories, if you will. I've heard of things like the Starborn before. But they're real. Honest to God real. Ain't that the truth? So the obvious question is, what the hell are they? Everyone's gonna be thinking aliens, but maybe not. Their ships were incredible, but they still felt like ships. They had engines, weapons. I think I even made out a grav drive. If they were really alien, I would just expect it to be more,
You've been riding in one, dude.
you know? I mean, it could be some secret Freestar Varun or UC tech, but I don't know. Exactly. I'm gonna throw out another wild stab in the dark theory. Maybe they're from outside our known systems. Here's the hypothetical. Centuries ago, some brainiac scientists decide to play settler. But they go way, way beyond any place we've ever been to set up stakes. Once they get there, they make a few lucky breakthroughs, and their science just snowballs from there. I could see them getting further, faster, and hence become the Starborn. If I got it right, then you owe me a steak dinner. One way or the other, we are not alone. And that's... that's both exciting and terrifying. And sometimes things just go your way.
The dead dude back here. You know. Did you see Matt Pat retired there, Stephanie? That's the guy that does the film theory. It's just a film theory. Probably heard of that before, haven't you? If you haven't, he's like a YouTuber that's been at it for a while.
Another way through here.
Been a lot of big YouTubers retiring recently.
In my experience, it always pays to go in through the side passage.
Surprised we didn't set that off when I walked in. That's just a film theory. Enemies nearby? So did the film theory thing sound familiar to you?
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
Oh yeah. Maybe we can beam out of here now.
Doing all right, Gunsel? We're home.
Hello, this is Mrs. Whitmore's sixth grade class. We are having a problem and need help. Please respond. Class, quiet. Oh, thank you. The school district is supposed to do maintenance on the ships. But our grav drive's cracked and leaking helium-3. The ship can't jump right now. What's helium-3? Helium What's a grav drive? You know what a grav drive is. Or you should. You wrote a paper on it. I'm not sure Billy does know what a grav drive is. Class, please talk quietly amongst yourselves. This is important. Do you have any extra ship parts?
I don't know if I do or not.
Let me see. Mrs. Whitmore, who are you talking to? Is it a pirate? Pirates? There are pirates? What? No. No pirates. Everyone is safe. They are pirates. Oh my god. Oh my god. Everyone, the other captain's just joking. Such a wonderful sense of humor. Now, everyone, settle down. The driver said ship parts should be sufficient for us to repair a ship. Understood. Well, I hope you have a better day than I'm having.
Don't have any ship parts, sorry, lady. Sorry, lady.
One little rip and it's all over. So be careful.
Oh yeah, you got a capybara? What if that was a bad guy? It'd be embarrassing if I sniped out a good guy, eh?
You are our guest.
Alright, thank you for liking. Well, I don't even know where the guy I sniped out is, so there's that.
Sweat. I like sweating. Not me. Not no one.
Get out now.
Hey, there's a bad guy here. Surprised to being a spacer, they just didn't open up on me. I was looting their stuff. Tough question today. Oops, I dislocated a limb. Just think you could be like super undercover, eh? If you're invisible. Or you could pick stuff up if you're super strong. Or you can move stuff with your mind if you have telekinesis. Or you could save on airfare if you could fly. I'm not very sneaky with this giant flashlight. Here I am trying to take up sniping positions here, and I got a giant light shining at my back. I wasn't really being sneaky, I guess. Be sneaky now, though. Kind of set a guy up to surprise me, I guess, and I spotted him and blew him away without him even seeing me coming. Yeah, we got the super cold weather right now in the west. Supposed to be coming towards Ontario, though. Get your scarves and your mittens and stuff ready. Holy crap.
You are our guest.
Victoria, thank you for liking.
The public face of the United Colonies. How much Walter pays in property tax on this man?
I know everything. Everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware.
Let me bend your ear.
Lucky I noticed the pet. Wouldn't mind seeing if the... Show the words another time.
Look at how far we've come. It's all becoming so overwhelming. The Starborn, the artifact visions, the music. Is it all worth it?
Mateo, are you having a crisis of faith? You?
What if the Starborn are right? What if our hunt for the artifacts is a fool's errand, doomed to failure and catastrophe?
You think we're doing the wrong thing? We just want answers. Isn't that why we all joined in the first place? The noble quest of discovery?
Ah, that's better.
As chairman of the Let's Not Take Things Too Seriously Club, this isn't a laughing matter.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shame either of you. Blame the workings of a worried mind. I just hope that this journey doesn't turn us into something that we wouldn't recognize from where we are now.
Hate to interrupt, but I have a favor to ask. Lot of equipment on the Eye has reached the span's end. If we're going to find more artifacts further out, we need work done. Got the nods and signs from Sarah and Walter for the materials, but I need hands. Middle of the biggest city in the settled systems, not passing the safety checks? Only met the Starborn out in space so far. Don't know how I feel about you taking the martyr's mantle, but the logic is sound. All right, pack up the artifacts. Hopefully we'll catch a smile and keep the Starborn guessing.
As much as
Then we're gonna catch a smile.
I wouldn't mind a few answers.
That's kind of cool that that was an option.
I need to talk with you later.
My friend, I sent you a wonderful discussion about old Earth religious beliefs. The other day. Did you have time to listen to it? I found it to be very enlightening.
I must have missed it. But it's okay, Mateo. I'm reasonably aware of these philosophies.
I find it to be truly fascinating how so many beliefs have so much in common. Don't you?
Yet so much difference between them.
He always wants iron.
Gear looks green. Ready to land.
All right, what are we getting here? The dislocated limb's getting better.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say this is a sign of
BRBB. Welcome back.
It's all kind of, well, amazing.
What happened to that guy? Oh, there he is.
What? It'll take more than that.
You will fail.
Oh, hurts.
Remember, we got him.
Hello, Captain. We pose no threat here. Quite the opposite. Our ship's full of the faithful, Sanctum Universum. Happy to talk if you're inclined.
There we go. We're going to here. Find some more power. Because I got the power.
Landing initiated. Watch your flaring.
Raining.
Oh my god. I'm literally following in your footsteps right now.
Current mood from afar.
It's so
Comes with the territory, I suppose. Care to share your troubles?
Like the place is right in front of me. No.
Teleportation. Get out of a lot of scrapes with that one.
Teleportation would be pretty cool. There we go.
Just look at it. Who exactly built this? I mean, did the Starborn build it?
landing struts primed.
Man, these 90 levels take forever. Hello, Newman. Here somewhere. Found the target. We got the power of the holy Epsilon. Simple beta. You ever have any pet fish? I had some beta fish before. Goldfish as well. What kind of fish does your nephew have? Like the colorful ones or the gold ones or... More power! purple one, eh? That's pretty cool. I got into goldfish when I was younger because the town I lived in had like a ping pong ball drop. And so they dropped ping pong balls out of a helicopter with little prizes on them, and one of them was um goldfish, just feeder fish basically, from some pet store there. So me and my dad went and got the goldfish and then a little tank and stuff, and then the next day they were dead. So we went and got some more and a better tank. So we had a long time goldfish for, or not goldfish, you know, the colorful ones. They're goldfish types, but not specifically gold. You know, the ones with two tails and stuff like that. If you put too many in the tank, they attack each other, so we found that out the hard way. I didn't mind fish, but there's a lot of work to maintain. Plus, you know, it's hard to know what's wrong with them when they have a problem.
Ahoy, Captain!
Well, well. Packing up the artifacts and keeping your friends out of my line of fire. I'm impressed. This is exactly the sort of move the emissary would never think of making.
What are you doing in here?
Oh, I mean, I can't promise that for every universe you visit. I'm only one version of myself after all. But I'll stay away from your friends this time. We both know where things end anyway. I took a little detour myself this time around. I hope you weren't planning to visit Captain Petrov and the Scow anytime soon, because they're both in a million pieces.
Oh.
The artifact, of course. Mine now. You'll get your chance. By the way, you might want to tell your friend Mateo about the word unity, since I won't be around to casually drop the word like I usually do. And congratulations on saving all your friends, even if they never realize how close they were to being attacked by the Great Hunter.
This is different. Instead of the hunter attacking and killing one of your friends, they diverted it. Although some of my friends are on the thing here anyway.
Yeah, what's up?
They're practically right in front of them.
Do you need anything?
Nobody really noticed.
Your boots polished. Your mirror shine.
Hilarious. That's clever, you know, that I've played this game for hundreds of hours and that's new, you know?
I gotta admit, I miss the old girl, New Atlantis. So much history in these halls. If we're lucky, we'll be adding some more.
And Constellation's newest member has arrived just in time.
Sarah was just regaling us with a story involving her and Vladimir that is clearly 100% fabricated.
Are you calling me a liar, Cartray?
No, ma'am. Wouldn't dream of it.
It's fair to say that by this point we all have tales that sound like they're made up. But we've been together long enough to know they're true.
Some of our stories are a bit weirder than others, you gotta admit.
Okay, sure, but it's not a contest, Barrett. None of us thought we'd end up here like this. I was sure I'd have a nice, quiet, boring career in Mast.
I kind of figured I'd just keep securing religious relics.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear that. Did you say securing or stealing?
You're never gonna let it go, are you?
You should know by now that is not how Walter operates. He never lets anything go. It's gotten him this far.
Now, Andreja, I'm sure your answer would be something about the life of a smuggler. Am I right?
It was perhaps not my plan, but my options were limited. None of us would hold it against you. I think we all have at least a few moments we might now look back on and regret.
And that is one contest Barrett would definitely win.
And let's not forget about you. Discovered an artifact and tussled with pirates all on her first day. No big deal, right? I bet it does.
I don't know. Mining might have been a much
Good camera
safer
work
career
here.
choice in the long run.
We're like behind the
Most
big
jobs, if you ask me.
alienopsis here.
Most.
I was going to say that miners don't get to uncover the secrets of the universe, but you kind of did, didn't you?
done discovering the secrets of the universe.
We have an incredibly capable group of people here. We have a path to follow, and we're going to see where it leads. We're going to figure out what this all means and look after each other along the way. No matter what happens, we're all in this together.
I'll drink to that.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one. Unity. Huh. That's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas' speeches. You think it's connected? Well, it could be.
Overheard as Starborn.
What have we got to lose? I'll meet you there.
Where'd everybody go?
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment.
Sorry, I plain forgot what I wanted to talk with you about. That girl. If Cora leaves her... I mean, I love her more than life itself, but I can only see... That's Cora to a T. I mean, this is
Here.
me and you. But Cora wasn't exactly planned. I don't know if I mentioned, but I served a spell in the Freestar Rangers. Had a partner. Lillian Hartz. Man, we were like five. It wasn't always like it. You know, when Cora was born, for the first few months, I kept thinking, but one late night, early. Yeah, sure don't feel like it. And it's something you said to me about parents wanting children to learn. Now that Cora's getting old, I try to be better for. Maybe. I know it seems crazy. Her mother, like, and what, have her raised by Jacob? You think? And if she just learned to pick up...
Anything I can help you with, Captain? Right. No worries.
trees as big as the rock.
That's a call someone's power kept going out. You know what it was?
Exactly. It's like when someone insults you.
Keeper Aquilas, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds? Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other, even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean.
In the religions in the future, you wear a swim cap.
Unity, well, Does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
Aquilus has helped me through some tough times lately.
Oops, wrong door.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here? I see. Yes, you are quite correct.
Wait, what? I've never heard of this story before. And how come you know about it when I don't?
Forgive us, Matteo. We have a bit more history than you might realize. If you're already familiar with the story, then I assume you know where to go and with whom you need to meet. Or considering you are walking Constellation's path, perhaps you feel the need to hear the story again. Retrace your steps. Of course. Let's speak of the person who discovered the true meaning of unity. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave? Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
You know, they don't suspect anything, even though my guy has like superpowers. A weird suit and a weird ship.
United Colony citizens need to venture to the capital of Freestar Collective Space. Remain extra vigilant.
Let's go to the Trade Authority on the way here.
You ever hear that one about the orphan and the platypus? Funny stuff.
If there's something you need, no matter what it is, be my guest.
Crap, did I just buy a bunch of suits? Crap, I did. Kind of sneaks that up on me sometimes. Digipix?
The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need. If it's about the financial or food assistance. Oh, you're not. Sorry.
It's actually important, as strange as that may seem.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Well, do I want to guess what you get? You said in the poll, invisibility is the only thing that's been voted for.
We might actually have some, but anyway.
However many
walks
people
through
have
the
answered
first
the
house
poll
to the
today.
monument. The founding members just call him the Drifter.
Just invisibility is the only one that got votes.
First, but no, the Drifter asked them a bunch of questions.
That's why hardly anybody's here too, probably because there's not a lot of likes or a lot of full votes to boost the stream a bit.
Each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of
You
goes on.
are our guest.
Thomas, thank you for liking.
For a year, same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that.
Definitely, it helps with the more likes and poll participation there is. That seems to, inform more people. And, no one's shared that kind of thing either today. Oh, Thomas just shared though. There we go, Thomas. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, not there. Okay, how about here? Ooh, that feels good.
You voted for Invisible. That's what everybody voted for.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early
In
days.
the
I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture.
The
Fortunately,
Boys
that got abandoned
superhero or show
after the records of the
on
fifth and
Amazon
books
and
came
on Generation V, which is the spin-off of that. There's people with invisibility powers. Well, I guess there's people with technically all of those powers, but they're pretty predominant for invisible. They kind of use it in weird, perverted ways, though.
You are our guest.
Norman, thank you for liking. Much appreciated.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
I kind of want to bring Andre with me on this other one. What would I choose? I don't know. Flight would be probably pretty cool. And you can fly anywhere. Visibility would be handy.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay. No.
Give me your honest opinion.
Why do you think invisibility would be a good power? What would you use that for? You know, in that Boys superhero show, the catch to invisibility is that you gotta be invisible. You can't be wearing clothes. So when you're invisible, you have to take off all your clothes and be naked.
What did you need? I know. We all know.
It's funny, this speech is oriented towards a different choice.
You did not do nothing. You saved my life. And that will not be the last thing you do.
So
We will press
he's
on.
acting as
We
if
will continue our search, and we
the
will
hunter
learn
had
what
fought
these
them at the lodge, but he
Starborn
didn't
are
fight
trying
them
to
at the
keep
lodge
from
because I
us.
avoided that.
Now we truly know the stakes are too high to do anything else. Is something amiss? I look forward to it.
Looks like it's tag you're in, and
Not all invisibility, take your clothes
Tag
off.
indeed, Sam. We will see you later.
Something you need?
Well, the poll does say superpower, not magic. So You'd love to read minds. I think that would be just as much of a curse as a benefit. Be honest. Then you'd hear what people really think, and it's probably not always nice.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the colony war, the pirates...
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows.
Like, for example, I would read your mind and see if you're really watching. Most of the time, probably aren't.
That is the truth. No more, no less.
You're probably playing a video game at the same time and occasionally glancing over,
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over
You never know.
120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. Then we are done. Leave me.
Problem?
Oh, I know. How do I know? Because most of the time you don't respond to my questions. I constantly put little bits of information out. You don't usually know what the game is about. Or like what's going on in the game at the time. But to me, that seems to indicate that you're just occasionally looking rather than actually watching. Most of the time you own up to it that you're actually watching TV or doing other things too. So, and then you just say, I'm here, instead of, commenting about something in the game. Like, for example, when I was playing Disney Dreamlight Valley and you asked something actually about the game, very specific, that's how you can tell when you're actually watching the game. When you come into a hockey game and I'm losing 6-1 and then you ask me how it's how am I doing in my game, that doesn't indicate that you're specifically watching, for example. So, I just connect two and two together and can kind of tell on the days you're watching closer and the days you're not watching closer. Quiz you. What planet am I on in the game? I played this game for 400 hours. So I've walked on this planet a lot. So 400 hours of streams. Anybody watching should know what planet it is.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories?
It's not Mars, no.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates.
I wandered on that planet a lot too, though. So that, if you watched a lot of this game with me playing it, then you would know when I'm on Mars as well. You're just kind of taking wild shots. You actually watch this game, like if you watched the stream, me playing this game, you'd know that you can't even land on Venus because it's a gas giant.
The star system, wouldn't we? Was there anything else?
And it explains in the game why.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system?
Yeah, you're not even in the right galaxy.
What if we break down the
Jupiter's a gas giant too. You can't go into that one either.
Named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
I know you don't know because you kind of occasionally only glance over and don't really watch.
But what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
When I was playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, you were watching that one a bit closer. It is not on Earth, no. You can go to Earth, but Earth is all destroyed and stuff. Like a desert, basically.
And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent. Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Now we're going to Indium. Indum. Where is it? Here. Yeah, ultimately, there's 1,000 planets in this game. And you really go to 3 the most, but you can go to some of the other ones occasionally. So I have spent a fair amount of time in Mars. I go and get that Mitch's books from there. Or get that Mitch's books. The last follow age you didn't really need to do because Thomas talked. So this planet has grass. Sarah Morgan wants to talk now. Something running around over there in the distance, eh? They're not aggressive. Probably aggressive.
Someone made a concerted effort to survive here, and yet it would seem it did not work out. What does your scanner reveal?
Reveals this plant. I'll take that. There are books out here. There's a trowel. Some tongs. Dish rag. A notebook. Some rattling over there. Money. Apparently they don't need it. They're dead. Here's some stew. Hmm. Ah, crap. Almost had all the questions right. I'm supposed to read those, but I didn't read them. I read them before, though. There we go. Let's go here.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
Colonists here in distress. We could really use your help. Please.
Hey, somebody voted for something other than invisibility.
Landing site looks clean. Let's set it down.
This looks like a nice planet. Look at that lake. We save. It's been a while.
Clearly some connection to the creatures in the
You are our guest.
Yon, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Where am I trying to go with it? This part or to that part? It was a star map.
Look who it is. I think it's time you
I got a level. Level 95.
So it's finally happened, hasn't it? I had a feeling when you slipped through my grasp at New Atlantis. But I'm a step behind, aren't I?
You're starborn. More than that. You're reliving your old life. You could have told Constellation.
Sounds like Andrea.
Why? Listen to me. They're not the same people you knew. It's not fair to them to try to turn them into what you had before.
Oh, let it go. We've all retraced ourselves a few dozen or so times. I say, we play along with your little reincarnation. The more freedom you have, the more new things happen.
You're starborn, and all of us need to be responsible for the fact that we are visitors in this universe.
Lies. We have as much right to be here as anyone.
But do we have the right to turn another universe into our playground? You had the power to tell your friends the truth, and you chose not to.
There's that hypocrisy again. How much easier would your first time through the Unity have been if the emissary had told you the truth? Did their threats from the shadows keep your universe safe from the Starborn? No, it didn't. We each get to decide what's right and wrong for us. That's the freedom the Unity offers. It's your choice.
If you insist on walking this path, then walk it fully. Go to the moon. Follow its secrets to the next artifact. Maybe remembering what happens to Earth will give you focus. Here. The key. You'll also need to return to Constellation and find the artifacts in the fringes of space. They'll be expecting you to tell them about the Unity.
And it might be best to give them the version where you're still human, and not a Starborn that's been lying to them this whole time.
Oh, burn.
The emissary and their kind only want to control you. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
The artifacts hold many secrets. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever is in their way. different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It is hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me.
Nice to see you.
Docking seal released.
People are saying Constellation members have visions. Well, I hope all your visions involve kittens and rainbows.
To go to your favorite place, the moon.
Grab job successful. Just like your lights.
Well, I think that's a good spot to wrap up. I'm kind of tired, cold. It's so cold. If you haven't followed yet, please do so. If you want to check out my YouTube, link is in the video description. You can see hundreds of hours of Starfield. You can also see clips from trips and past streams from many years ago. Thousands and thousands of hours. 300 or so Starfield. Thank you for whatever role you played, Thomas, for sharing. Those who liked, participated in the poll. Most recent chatter, Stephanie, Thomas. Invisibility was 80% of the vote. 20% was telekinesis. Nobody voted for super strength or flight. Have a good night. Thanks for being here.